had technical difficulty there. Very sorry. Are you ready for our next guest? I hope you are, because he is a big one, literally and figuratively. Well, that's a difficult word. Figuratively. I have a nice intro for him. If my service is going to work, that would be nice. This is a bad. Anyway, I'll do it by heart. Our next guest is a rising, towering star. If you're a lover of 80s toys, and who is not? Everybody loves a good 80s toys, right? You probably know him as Mechaneck from Masters of the Universe. But it's been a long road for him getting there. He's been doing stunts for a long time. He's been fighting. He's been sword fighting. He's been doing all kinds of martial arts. He even was a singer at one point. So we've got a lot to talk about. Dear visitors of Heroes Dutch Comic Con, please give a warm welcome to James Wilkinson! You must feel right at home in our country.
Just gonna check if this is what. Yeah, it's working.
It is working.
Technical difficulties your end, but yeah. It's lovely to be here. It's my first time in the Netherlands, and it's nice to see so many other tall folk around. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's even people who are taller than you in this country. Have you seen them yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure they're around.
Well, they're not that rare even. I've been looking at a lot of backs in my life. Just, you know, at parties. Okay, let's sit down, because let's make ourselves comfortable. Because I got loads of questions for you. Especially about, I've been doing my research, of course. And I came across this stunt website, and I came across all of your skills. And you have a lot of skills, man. That's pretty impressive. I'm gonna look them up. This is crazy. You have a full UK license for motorbiking. That's correct, right? You can jet ski.
Yes.
You can also rip cocks. I have no idea what that is. Does anybody know what rip cocks is?
It's not how it sounds.
Okay, good.
It means I can drive boats. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I would never make that up. Okay, rip cocks. There's more. There's a full UK driving license. There's off-road driving, rock climbing. Falls into water. You're particularly good at falling into water?
Yeah, I spent 6 years doing it in Asia.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to
pretty
that
good at
later,
it.
because that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Falls up to 10 meters.
Yeah,
I would be bad if I fall 10 meters, but you would be.
Not onto the hard ground. It's,
okay.
Yeah, there's there's either boxes there, or, you know, mats, or,
sure,
you know, crash pads or something, you know, to protect your fall. But yeah, I can do that.
10 meters, up to 10 meters. After 10 meters, you're like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
They're never going to ask me to do that. After 10 meters, there's some fall guy specialist who, that's all he does for a living. He just does the falls.
Right, that's
so there's no point in me going higher than that, because they're not going to get me to do that anyway.
It's a whole different specialization.
100%, yeah. There's specialists in all aspects of stunts. So you get car specialists, you get underwater specialists, you get high fall specialists.
Right.
Yeah, and then you get me, who's a jack of all trades.
You're a jack, yeah, that's definitely what you are, because I'm not done yet. Helicopter work, does that mean that you can hang from one or prevent one from taking off like Captain America did?
I'm not that strong. I can hang out of a helicopter and hold my own weight up, but I couldn't see myself holding onto a helicopter.
Yeah, that's just Steve Rogers. He's the only one who can do that. Stair fall, yeah, that's something. I am always amazed at people falling downstairs. I'm like, how do you not break your back?
There's a technique to it. So you kind of like tuck your extremities in so you don't get broken fingers and stuff like that. You'll pad up certain areas of your body as best you can, depending on the costume that you're having to wear, the wardrobe you're having to wear. And then the rest of it, you're sort of like rolling into it. So you're having that momentum, but you're trying not to have anything kind of clip your knees and things like that. And then the third thing is you just kind of like pray and hope for the best.
Well, that's a lot of things already. Stuff I probably wouldn't remember if I was to fall down the stairs, but I'll try to the next time I'm, about to fall from the stairs. Boxing, of course, hand-to-hand combat. There's a difference between those two things, I guess.
Hand-to-hand combat is choreographed. Boxing is like boxing in the ring.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just what you learn from boxing.
Yeah, like the technique and how to throw a punch and defend yourself, all that.
There's kickboxing, there's abseiling, there's cliff jumps from 10 meters plus. So more than 10 meters even. Wow. Snowboarding, swimming, trampolining, I think that's a cute one, but I guess that's a skill as well.
Trampolining, air awareness, yeah. I was trampolining when I was a kid, so yeah, adept at that, for sure.
Then we've got wakeboarding, scuba diver, free diving. Now, that's all a bit like, did you put all that stuff on your CV just to be like, okay, I gotta get some stuff on there, and if they ask me about it, I mean, we all do that, right? Put just random stuff on our CVs and hope they don't ask about it?
No, this has all been attributed to the long, weird, winding career that I've had since the age of 19. I've done some crazy stuff and I've learned a lot of skills from being able to do the crazy work that I've done in the past.
Speaking of that crazy work, you've been on some crazy Universal Studios stunt shows. I've seen a couple of those, and they are always a lot of fun and really impressive. I haven't seen the one you've been on, because it's a Waterworld experience. Now, who's seen Waterworld here? Kevin Costner movie? Yeah, there's always somebody in the front. Somebody else seen Waterworld? Come on, it's a classic. Yeah, there you go. I mean, these are my nerds, these are my people. But there was a stunt show in Japan called Waterworld.
Yeah, so the stunt show is in LA, Japan, Singapore, and Beijing, China. That's kind of like how I got into the stunt game. So before I was doing TV and film, I was doing live shows across Asia, and it was great training. Like, we did everything. So a lot of the skills that you listed just there, I learned on the job, and I did them for 6 years, day in, day out, 5 days a week, 5 shows a day. And it was essentially stunt university. There was nothing I didn't really touch on in that field of work. So when it came to do stunts and acting on film and TV, I already had the reps. So it was kind of like a comfortable segue into movie making.
Is it true that you were also on fire on a jet ski in that show?
Yeah, I was on fire on a jet ski.
Just another Wednesday for you.
Yeah, well, we did it a couple of shows a day, so it was, yeah.
Hey, wow. That's, now, I'm no Nostradamus myself. Met een mooie groene broek, right? Hey, nobody? I'm sorry, that's a Dutch joke and nobody got it. Maybe that was a little, no, okay, nobody got it. I'm so sorry.
Never mind.
I'm no Nostradamus, but there's a role in your future I have seen that is called Daniel the Giant Nostradamus. What is that all about? That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, soon after I wrapped for Masters of the Universe, I was cast in a film starring Scott Adkins called Bedlam. And it's a period piece. It's set in Georgian times. It's set in this insane asylum, so I'm one of the insane members of that asylum. And it's an illegal fight ring, and Scott Adkins has to fight his way out of a fight ring, essentially. And I get to have a fight with Scott Adkins. So in the stunt game and in the action movie game, there's like a few bucket list things that you want to kind of like accomplish in your career, and being kicked in the face by Scott Adkins is one of them. And I'm lucky enough to have been kicked in the face by said Scott Adkins. So that's what I'm really happy with.
Was it all that you hoped it would be?
And more. I saw stars, literally.
So he's a good kicker, I guess. So I'm gonna leave most of the Master of the Universe questions to the audience. So if you have a question for James, please line up in front of the microphone and ask away, because that's what he's here for. He's not just here for answering my question, but I have enough. So let's just continue talking about and don't be shy, he's only 2 meters, that's not a lot for Dutch people, it's fine. But just in case nobody is a middle-aged dude who's interested in this, because I'm a middle-aged dude who is interested in it, I'm gonna ask you, what were the action figures of your youth? Because you're in the Masters of the Universe movie. Was Masters of the Universe, maybe you're a bit too young for that?
Yeah, I mean, being an action figure is wild. I never really thought I'd have that in my lifetime, so that's a wild experience, seeing yourself in a little action figure form. But when I was a kid, I was really into Action Man. I don't know if you have Action Man in the
Yeah, it is like the bigger G.I. Joes, right?
Yeah. So I had a bunch of them. Street Sharks as well.
Street Sharks. Anybody like Street Sharks here?
They don't have Street Sharks?
I see some shrugging. Yeah, I think there's a movie coming up from about Street Sharks.
Yeah. I think I had a couple of action figures, the biker mice from Mars. Do you remember? Let's rock and ride!
Biker mice from Mars. Anybody know Biker mice from Mars? Yes, of course you do. Please raise your hands if you like Biker mice from Mars. There's always you. Thank you.
So yeah, I was Stretch Armstrong as well. Did you have a Stretch Armstrong?
I'm not sure. I think I know it from movies and stuff, but it's just a dude you can stretch his arms and his legs, right?
I melted him in the sun.
What?
Yeah, it was a really sunny day, and I came back and half of his body was just like oozing on the patio floor.
Well, that sounds kind of awful. It reminds me of that burning Barbie doll in Black Hole Sun video clip. That's a whole other thing. Okay. I did my research and I found the following mysterious words in reference to your name. Butch Escobar, Roadhouse 2, Dalton. Now, I know a couple of those words because I know Roadhouse.
Yeah.
But what is this Butch Escobar?
That's the character name of my character in the sequel to Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
And you probably can't tell us anything about it because that movie is not out yet, and I'm not even sure if has it been announced that it's coming?
It's been announced, but there's no trailer, there's no synopsis, so there's not much I can say, especially not on the stage with their cameras going. But it's a really fun film. It's a lot of action. If you like the first movie, crank that up by 5, literally, because it's going to be much more of that.
Yeah, the first movie was with Conor McGregor, right? And of course Jake Gyllenhaal. So, will you be fighting Jake Gyllenhaal?
I can't say, but there's going to be some really cool fight scenes in there for sure.
I hope you got a few good kicks in the face. Okay, we've got questions lining up, so let's go to the audience. And the microphone is a little limp, but okay.
Hello. My question is inspired by my sister right over there. She wants to know if you were a cat, what type of cat would you be?
I'd be a Burmese. I grew up with Burmese cats. They're amazing. They're like the dogs of the cat world. They're just like little furry. My brother has a Burmese cat. It's called Leo, and we scrunch up this little tinfoil ball, and he will fetch it. He'll come back with it in his mouth. And I love Burmese cats so much. So thank you so much for that amazing question.
I have 2 Maine Coons back home myself, so we're all cat persons here, I guess.
Would you be a Maine Coon then?
Nah, I don't know. I'm not as nice, I think. Thanks for that question. That's
amazing.
That's an awesome question. Next one, please. Skeleton Crew.
Hi, James. Can you talk a little bit about Masters of the Universe? How long did you have to prepare for the role? How many days did you spend on the stage? Did you actually get a look at what the character looked like, or did you do the research into the original cartoon?
Right, so my kind of like prep for the Masters of the Universe was just a lot of neck exercises, getting that nice and strong in the gym. Originally, when I first kind of like started researching the character of Mechaneck, because it was that little bit before my time, it wasn't an immediate like, oh, okay, Mechaneck, I know that character like the back of my hand. I knew He-Man, I knew Man-at-Arms, I knew Fisto, but when I was researching Mechanic, I was like, okay, cool. This guy has a club and he has a shield. I'm great with swords, like I've done loads of work with swords and stuff. So I was, you know, like going into rehearsals and thinking, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then they were like, no, it's going to be the neck. This is going to be your battle of, you know. So I was like, okay, sweet, well, let's do that then. Yeah, the prep for it was just a lot of fun, you know, like imagine researching things for your work and it involves sitting down on a sofa with a bowl of Cheerios watching cartoons. You know, it was a really fun experience. And then when I was on set, I was on there for about 5 weeks with the team. It takes a long time to make these films, so sometimes you're on set, sometimes you get used, sometimes they use you for like an hour of the day, sometimes you're there for the entire day, and you know, you're kind of at the beck and call of production. So it takes a long time to do these sorts of things. So 5 weeks was how long I was on set for.
Did they ask you to send them neck pictures before you, or is that not a thing? I don't know.
No. I saw them in person, so they saw my neck in person, and they were like, "Yeah, that guy's neck's long enough. Let's give him that."
Thanks for your question, by the way. Thanks for the next question.
Very much.
So, what is your favorite movie of all time?
Oh wow, great question. My favorite movie of all time. Well, that's kind of twofold. I guess like we're all here because we have like nostalgic value for things that we grew up with, and we all sort of like have that reminiscent thing in our chest when we see something that we really love. And one of those films for me is Tarzan, Disney's Tarzan. I love that. I love Phil Collins. I love the music for it, like the beats of the drums and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, I guess for the nostalgic reasons, and I will still watch it over and over again, even to this day. Tarzan, I think, is probably my favorite film.
That's a really good one.
Thank you for your question.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Terminator 2, and you were actually Terminator, right?
Well, I love Terminator 2, obviously. Like that's amazing as well. One of my very first stunt jobs was playing the Terminator in Terminator 2. So, but I played it in Japanese. So I had to say, "I told you I'll be back. Come with me if you want to live," in Japanese, which is "Modoro
Oh, it's still in there, right? How many times have you said that?
Too many. I'd say about 1,000 times.
Oh wow, it came out really easily.
Thanks.
Next question, please. Hello.
Hi again.
Hello.
Is there a character or a role you'd love or wish to play in the future?
Well, if you'd have asked me that a year and a half ago, what character would I love to play? I would say that I'd want to originate a superhero. So that's done. So what can I do now? I think what I really want to do with my career now is just work with people I really respect and admire, and continue to do roles that I feel that challenge me. Having said that, I think a film that has a lot of action and fighting and sort of some sword work, I'd love to kind of jump into that sort of thing. So maybe like a Viking film, or you know, like a swords and sandals Roman epic or something. I'd love to get sink my teeth into that for sure. Thank you.
Because sword fighting is one of your skills as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't on that website, was it? So you have to update your skills, man. Sword fighting has to be in there.
I feel like I've got to delete some of that. There's too many things you said out.
Need some stuff and put sword fighting in there.
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
You seem like you're scared, no, not scared of anything. Are you scared of something?
Commitment.
Oh wow.
No, I'm joking. No, there's lots of things that you have to prepare for when you're doing stunts. So when you do these like big kind of fire burns or big action set pieces and things like that, it comes from meticulous training. So if you're scared of doing something, you just kind of like build up to it in small steps until you're comfortable. And that's essentially all stunt work is. It's a repeatable skill. So there's no good being a daredevil, which you can only do one time and then half your body's broken. Stunts, you have to do one take after another, and then be good to go into the work the very next day. So, if you're scared doing the stunt, you're probably not prepared enough. So, yeah, I do get scared, but I just don't let anyone see.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
So the lesson we took from this is that if you don't want to be scared, you have to prepare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
Preparation is the natural enemy of fear.
Yes.
I don't think Yoda ever knew that. Anyway, you were all almost... Oh no, we have another question. Thank you.
Hello, I like your jacket.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a small question. Would you consider doing work with smaller studios?
With Marvel Studios?
Smaller studio.
Smaller.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm doing work with the smaller studios all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the head caterer of Station Anker, and maybe we could work together someday. But that is to be seen later.
Let's talk.
That's why I wanted to know. Thank you.
Whoa, did you just get a job or am I...
I think I've just got a job offer.
Wow.
I knew coming to the Netherlands was a good idea.
Now it was a question if it would be possible.
Oh, right, okay.
Still need to look if it will be done.
Right, okay.
Come find me after, we'll have a chat.
We have not lots of things to do after that. Sorry.
Okay, and it all happens here on Comic.
Thank you very much. I love that. I love the confidence and the ingenuity. Pitching, I love that. That's great.
Wow. Okay, that was almost a good way to end, but we have some time left. Let's get... You were almost about to get serious about your whole commitment remark.
That was a joke. I don't know why I said that.
I mean, you're probably an honest guy. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff just slips out. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, was it true that you were about to walk away from Hollywood before you got the mechanic?
Oh, hey, listen. So it was tough, you know. Like the writers' strikes had just happened. I'd stopped working in live shows, and I was, committed to sort of going into the film industry. And I knew that if I was going to do that, I couldn't have any sort of side hustles or anything like that, because that just distracts you and takes too much time out of the thing that you want to be doing. So I don't know if I ever thought about fully quitting, but there was a time where I felt the whole of the tide was against me, and there was like a little bit of feeling sorry for myself. But I kind of persevered through that for sure. And if there's anything I could say to anybody who thinks that what they're doing, the dreams that they're pursuing aren't working, you are 100% ahead of the people that quit. So if you keep going and keep that tenacity, who knows what will happen. I'm not going to say your dreams will come true, but if you stop doing your dreams, they 100% will not come true. So keep going. And that's kind of how I saw it, and that's how I'm doing it.
As they say in Dutch, niet geschoten is altijd mis.
That's exactly what I was trying to, that's tip of my tongue.
Well, I can also imagine that doing auditions is pretty grueling, right? I mean, do you have any grueling audition stories for me?
I mean, I can tell you about the audition process for Masters of the Universe, if that interests you guys. I got a call to go into a random audition that I wasn't really aware of what it was for. A mystery audition, let's call it. And then I walked into Sky Studios Elstree, which is where we filmed Masters in the end, and I was greeted by Liang Yang and Andy Lister, two of the biggest heavy hitters in the stunt game. And we proceeded to have a 2-hour-long audition where it was just me and one other guy, a guy called Stefan Denton. And he's a huge bloke, like really kind of like athletic and ex-boxer and all that sort of stuff. And we were competing against each other, it seemed. We were doing parkour, we were doing fight scenes, and we were doing sword work and pad work, and we were, gun reactions and stuff like that. I got lifted 16 feet in the air on a climbing sutra harness by a hydro-powered rig, to Superhero Land and do all the rest of that sort of stuff. And that was 2 hours, and then at the end of that, we had to do our self-tape, which was going to get sent to, you know, the producers and whatever. And in the end, Steph actually got cast as Mossman.
Right.
Yeah, so we both got cast from that audition, and I think our competitiveness to kind of like one-up each other really helped out, because we brought out the best in each other.
I love that story, and that's also a nice note to end on. Not just that you just got a job, but that audition story was pretty great as well. Thank you, James Wilkinson, for joining me on the stage. It was very nice to have you here. Everybody, give him a warm Heroes Dutch Comic Con goodbye applause. James Wilkinson.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for the great questions as well. Lovely to see you all.
All right, please don't go anywhere, because our next guest will be right here.
Thank you for joining.